Hi, everybody. I'm Joe Calderone. It's another edition of Coach's Corner on UAlbanySports.com. We are joined by the head coach of the women's lacrosse team, John Battaglino. Pleasure, as always, sir. How are you?
Thanks for having me, Joe.
Listen, thanks for being here. This is kind of the season ender edition of Coach's Corner for you. You guys, at least to me, on the surface, had a great season. 12 wins. You battled in the American East Championship against Stony Brook. You get into the NCAAs, and unfortunately, you lose to Northwestern. We can talk about some of that stuff individually. For you, summarize this season.
I did. I felt like it was a very successful season on a lot of fronts. One, there were a lot of question marks in terms of our team and not a lot of depth. And I feel that they, day in and day out, played extremely well in terms of what we had and the adjustments that we had to make in terms of personnel. But I feel like if you told me on paper, this is what we're going to do in the fall or even early spring, I'd have probably looked at you cross-eyed. But no, I feel like everybody contributed at different points in the season, and you know what? They did. I mean, in terms of we had rookie goaltenders, we had some a lot of experience, but also we had a lot of youth at some key positions. And in terms of there was just a fine line in terms of what we had to do and what we did, and we won the games we needed to win, and won a lot of one-goal games. And to me, I think that says a lot about a team.
Now you talk about the youth, and we can talk about that a little more in a second, what you got coming back, and then plus a new class coming in for next year and everything. But some of the seniors who will go down really as some of the best players, at least statistically, in program history. You look at somebody like a Dakota Savichev, and you look at somebody like a Sarah Martin. For you as the coach, what's their contribution to the history of this program? What's their legacy?
Just in terms of Dakota, I mean, they're different players, and they do their things well. Like Dakota, you know that she's going to be covered, you know that she's going to be face guarded, yet she still finds a way to score and score a lot. Yeah. I haven't seen many kids that are better than what she does, and you just you count on her. And also Sarah. Sarah does a lot of things well, and I ask a lot of Sarah. And Sarah is also a big reason for the success of Dakota and other people, because they get her the ball.
Yeah. And now, being a coach, as a fan, you could say, you know what, we did this year, and maybe we exceeded expectations, and that was great. Successful season. As a coach, you're always thinking, okay, we just got done with this. Maybe you take a deep breath, and now you're on to getting ready for the next season, as crazy as that sounds. You look at somebody like an Aaron Leghart, who you had in goal, who's a freshman, and you have some of those underclassmen that are coming back, and you have a recruiting class that's coming in for next year. Is it too early to talk about what the expectation? I mean, I know ultimately the expectations are is to win your conference championship and to get in the NCAAs, but what are you expecting for next year? What are you excited about for next year?
What's crazier, Joe, is that I'm actually thinking 3 years from now. and
I don't have that mental capacity. I got to go 1 year at a time.
And I always do. You have to wrap your arms around it. And as I did this year, it's just going to be it's a different animal. There's going to be different people coming in with different skill sets, and just and it's going to go back to teaching. And you know what? That's okay. I've been extremely fortunate in the time that I've been here to be able to just every year you're going for it. And next year you're going. You shoot to play your best. You shoot to play what you think you're capable of, and then even try to exceed those goals. And I feel like every team I've ever had has done that. And next year is not going to be an exception. It's just going to be a different cast of characters, and just getting them to play to their potential. And I feel like a lot of kids did that this year, like Emma Powell, who I think she had a fantastic year. And it was it just took her a little bit to get there. And then Kenzie Neal also, again, when we recruited her, this is what I was hoping. It's just some kids, it just takes a little longer for that switch to go off, and you know, and I'm lucky. I'm glad it happened when it did. So, you know, I just going to be looking for more of that.
Congratulations on a great season.
All right, Joe. Thank you.
Head
very
coach
much.
of the UAlbany women's lacrosse team, John Battaglino. And as always, remember, follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook. I'm Joe Calderone. Thanks for watching Coach's Corner on UAlbanySports.com. We'll see you next time.